Welcome back to the channel. We've done it big so far, but I think we got to end week 2 absolutely huge. And I mean that in every way possible. There's no better way to end week 2, I don't think, than this one here. So without further ado, let me show you how we're ending week 2. I am talking about Ultimate Edition Yokozuna. Again, this is one that when it was announced they were doing Ultimate Edition Yokozuna, I was jumping up and down. And I had it ordered and got it on release day and have been holding it and waiting for this moment. And it's finally time to unbox Yokozuna. Let's get him over on the stage. The stage should be extra supported, so we can hold Yokozuna up, no problem. So let's put him on the stage and do this thing. Alright, we've got Yokozuna up here on the stage. I have been ready for this one for a while. The announcement that they were doing Ultimate Edition Yokozuna had me super hyped. And now, let's find out if the hype is for real. Getting into it, we'll take a look at the box. Of course, it's Ultimate Edition, so we've got the giant window. This is a Target exclusive. It is part of the Ultimate Legends line. So that's why we got the red. Usually that would be white. Something I want to point out, there is no space in between this figure and that plastic. That's how big he is. But these Ultimate Edition boxes are so awesome. This side, of course, we've got the portrait of Yokozuna. Good looking portrait there. On this side, we've got a nice picture of the figure, and then we've got a picture of Yoko himself. Really cool Yokozuna here. Looking over here, height 6 foot 4 inches tall, from the Polynesian Islands. His finisher is the Bonsai Drop, career highlights, WWE Champion. Of all the superstars to hold the WWE Championship, few were as unstoppable as the near 600-pound Yokozuna. As agile as he was massive, Yokozuna flattened opponents with the dreaded Bonsai Drop. If his size couldn't secure victory, a handful of salt to the face worked just as well. Alright, so that's alright, so let's get him out of the box. Of course I'll break in and we'll see what it says on the insides at the top and bottom there. Alright, so on the bottom of the box, after we open it, we have the Unslammable Champion. Oops, my bad. And at the top it says Bonsai. Alright, we've got him out of the box. What a cool figure. I do have a complaint. We'll get into that here in a minute though. Let's get into the accessories. So first off, actually I think I have 2 complaints and we'll get into one of them in a second. So right off the bat, we do have closed fist hands. We've got a complete set of those. Then we have some open palm hands. Here's one of them. That one looks perfectly fine. Here is his live long and prosper hand. Thanks, Mattel. Star Trek WWE crossover. What's happening here? Then we've got a couple of heads. Here is the screaming head. Presumably he would be saying Bonsai. I know, I suck. Very cool. And then we've got a serious face. Very good face sculpts. We have the bucket of salt that would be carried to the ring. I like that addition. And of course we have the championship. Very nice. And then we have some cloth goods. we've got this big robe. That's a lot of cloth right there. If you get closer, it's not just checkered though. There's some of the Japanese writing in there. So that's let me know in the comments below, when you were growing up, were you in the era that I was and you thought this was a Japanese sumo wrestler? That's what we were meant to believe. But actually he was a Samoan. And a loved Samoan, by the way. If you have not seen some of the documentaries about Yokozuna, finish this video and go watch them. What are you doing if you haven't watched them? I mean, come on. Finish the video first. But a lot of great accessories. We'll get into them and see what kind of cool things we can do with him here in just a second. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you these arms are way too small. And in this light, they look colored wrong compared to the torso. But they match the head. Wow, I didn't realize the colors were off that much. In person, you almost can't tell, but right here in the light, you definitely can. But those arms are way too... Look at the forearm. What? Oh. Yeah. Wrong arm mold to use for this guy. Don't know what we were thinking there, Mattel. We're taking a look. We got a big giant butt with the sumo thing tied in the back. Very cool. These things, wow, these things just are very rigid. I thought they'd be more rubbery. They almost just feel like straight plastic. So it is going to be an Ultimate Edition. We have, well, we don't get a lot of butterfly in the front, but we do have it in the back. Ab crunch, well, there's how far forward he leans. That far and that far back. So ab crunch, they pretended to put one on there, but definitely not. We do have pinless double jointed elbows. We do have pinless double jointed elbows. We got double jointed knees. They do have the pins. Got the feet. His feet look better than Umaga's. But Umaga's just look gigantic on that figure. But there's the face sculpt that it came on him. He's almost smirking in that one. Well, okay, so these two almost look a lot alike. This one, he's just got a little bit more open mouth where you can see teeth. Can't see any teeth in that one. I think they could have made those a little more different, but that's fine. Still a great looking figure. Let me put the robe on and let's take a look. All right, so here is basically all of the accessories used at once. He's got the robe on, the title, the salt bucket. Looks really cool. I'm really digging this figure. He's going to look great up there joining the bloodline. So I wish when it comes to these big robes like this, that it had a Velcro to hold the robe together, and then like this piece had a pre-tied glued bow and Velcro behind it. I don't like having to tie them. Is that an awful thing and something I'm really going to complain too much about? No, not really. Just something I think would make it a little bit better, but at the same time, like, it's a little more authentic when you actually have to tie the robe shut. So, you know. Kind of sticks out in the back where that big old bow thing is. Where his so he is he is very heavy. Like that's a heavy figure, very large. The only thing they really missed out on was the arms are just too small. He definitely had much larger arms than that. I mean, we're talking a man who was almost 600 pounds. He's not going to have arms the size of Stone Cold. It's not a thing. So that's the only thing that they could have improved on, putting some different arms. Other than that, I think it's a great figure. I'm enjoying it. You know, the Star Wars crossover portion is I guess okay. Luckily, I always prefer keeping the weapon holder / mic holder hands on them. I've never been a big fan of the open palm hands unless it's used for a specific pose, which for him that wouldn't really be necessary. I don't know what else to say about him. Ultimate Edition Yokozuna, Target exclusive, phenomenal figure. And when you got the robe on, you really can't tell that he's got super small arms. So, you know, the robe helps mask that. Man, awesome figure. It's going to be tight in that cube when I get done because we got some big boys going in there. Anyways, if you hadn't already, go ahead and hit that like button and then let me know in the comments down below what you thought of Yokozuna. Hey, if you hadn't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notification bells because you don't want to miss the rest of this series and seeing the full display at the end. And you also don't want to miss the podcast every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central, live right here on YouTube. And so you don't miss it. That's why you turn on the notification bells. Also, follow us on all of our other social media platforms. Check out those partner links down in the description below. And thank you so much for watching. Gladiator out.